Hi, welcome to Coding Droplets. We are starting a new video tutorial series today. In this tutorial series, you will learn how to develop web applications in Blazor. The framework we are using in the series is .NET 5. So I will fully walk you through the entire process. We will start from really basics and move to the advanced concepts gradually. So first, let's see what is Blazor. So we are now in the Microsoft official website, and here we can see what they have mentioned about Blazor. So Blazor lets you build interactive web UIs using C# instead of JavaScript. Blazor apps are composed of reusable web UI components implemented using C#, HTML, and CSS. Both client and server code is written in C#. That is a highlight in this. Now, in our normal application, we used to develop the client side in JavaScript, but here we can use C# code to develop both client and server side code. Okay, allowing you to share code and libraries. Fine. Now, Blazor. Now the next thing what I need to explain is we will be looking to all these points in detail in our coming sessions. So the next thing I just need to highlight the point. Blazor can run your client-side C# code directly in the browser using WebAssembly because it's real .NET running on WebAssembly. You can reuse the code and libraries from server-side parts for your application. Alternatively, Blazor can run your client logic on the server. Client UI events are sent back to the server using SignalR, a real-time messaging framework. Once execution completes, the required UI changes are sent to the client and merged to the DOM. So here in Blazor, we have two different options. We can develop two types of application. One is normal server-side application, and the second one is WebAssembly application. So that the second kind of application will run the application completely in the client side. The entire DLLs and all other libraries needed for application will get downloaded to the client's device, and it can run completely locally. So we will be seeing all these things in detail in our upcoming sessions. Now let's see a demo Blazor application. So this is just a demo application which will get created if we create a new Blazor project. So here you can see now we are in the home page. So in the home, it is showing some hello world, welcome to our new app, welcome to your new app and all. And here in the left side, it is showing some menus. And now I just need to show you something. When I'm clicking a menu option, say the counter, you can just see that the page is not getting refreshed. It is directly navigating to the counter page without a page refresh. Okay, now I'm going back again to home and coming back to counter again. So the URL is getting changed, but there's no page refresh happening. And here you can see there is a button, click me. So I'm clicking on that, 1, 2, 3, it is showing some incremental values. So the same kind of application we will be able to develop in normal .NET, normal ASP.NET project, but we have to use some JavaScript for showing this kind of incremental values without page refreshing. Okay, but I'll show you the source code here. There will be no JavaScript at all. Let us move to the source code so you will be able to see that there is no JavaScript implemented in this. Now let's see this. So here you can see there is a h1 tag counter and a p tag, then counter count. Here they have declared a variable current count, and here there is a count actually. So here it is declared as a private variable. So this is completely C# code, not a JavaScript. And when we are clicking on it, here there's an on-click event. It is calling the increment count method. So increment count is just incrementing this variable. So first the value will be 0, then once we click on this, it will become 1, then 2, So it is just incrementing and the values are showing real time in the page. So this is Blazor. We can create a completely interactive application using C# code. So we have to discuss a lot many things about Blazor application development. There are a lot many concepts. So we will be discussing each and everything in our videos, but we will not be able to include everything in a single video. So this series will be having multiple videos in it. It will be a step-by-step process. So in the video description, I will mention the playlist of this tutorial series. So inside the playlist, you will be able to see the whole videos of Blazor beginner to advanced tutorial. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel named Coding Droplets if you have not subscribed it yet. And also press the bell icon so that you will get notified once we upload new videos. So now let us start with the basics of Blazor. So first I'm going to create a new project. So I'm clicking on create a new project button and we have to choose a project template. So I'm searching for Blazor here. So when you search for Blazor, you can see two different templates. The first one is Blazor WebAssembly app and the second one Blazor Server app. So we will be discussing about Blazor WebAssembly app in our upcoming sessions. Now let us start with Blazor Server app. So I'm clicking on next and here, okay, let me save it in my desktop itself and I'm naming it as Blazor Server app demo. Now clicking on next and the target framework, I'm choosing .NET 5 and I don't need to configure for HTTPS, so let it be unchecked and clicking on create button to create the project. So it has started creating the project. You can see a new folder has been created in my desktop. So the project creation is, I think, yeah, it has completed. Now the project files you can see here in Solution Explorer. We have startup.cs class, program.cs class, and some Razor files, so many things. So now the project has been created. Now let's start discussing about the basic things of Blazor. So the first thing what I need to explain is about Razor files. So in Blazor, we will develop our application using Razor files. So each pages will be a Razor file. So here you can see when we click on pages, we have index.razor, then counter.razor. These are some sample or demo files which will get created automatically once we create the project. So we don't need all this. Anyway, first to explain about Razor files, I'll do one thing. I'll open the index.razor and let me close this. We don't need this tab. Fine. So this is the index page. So here you can see there's an h1 tag, hello world. Anyway, we don't need all this. I'm removing everything and saving it. So the first thing what I need to explain in Razor file is routing. So here you can see @page, then slash. So this means this particular page is the root page, or we can say that this is the initial page which will get loaded when a user accesses our application. Okay, in the same way, for explaining the details or for explaining about routing, I'll create one more page, Razor page. So let it be Razor's page empty. Okay, I'm loading templates. I'm choosing Razor component here. Fine. I'm naming it as test.razor. Now, so test.razor has been created. Now, here I'm giving at page /test. So this means this particular page, the URL for this particular page is /test. So before the slash, our application main base URL will be there, and after that /test. And here I'm doing one thing. I'm just giving a message. This is a test page. Okay, now let's run our application and I'll show you how this works. So now it is running in localhost with this port number. So now it has loaded the index page, the root page, and I'm just providing the URL here /test, and you can see the message what we have given here. This is a test page. Okay, so that is working fine. Now I need to show you one more thing. If I need the same page to be accessed with one more URL, what I can give is page /sample. Okay, now let me run the application. And I'm giving /test first, so it is working fine. Now going back to home, now I'm giving /sample. So again, you can see the same page got loaded. So we can give as many routings we need for a single page. Okay, now I'll do one thing, @page /example /page1. Let's see how this works. Okay, now I'm giving in the same way, example /page1. And you can see again the same page got loaded. So this is how the routing works in Blazor. So let me close this and stop. Yeah, the app got stopped. So here in Razor, this @ means we are going to start a C# expression. So after the @ we can start a C# expression. So I'll show you in detail. So now let me close this test.razor. We don't need it anymore. We will do all the testings in this index.razor. So we can use, we can provide @code, then opening curly braces. Okay, fine. We can use C# code here. So first what I'm doing is I'm declaring a private variable, private string username. Okay. And I'm just assigning some value to the username. Say John. Okay, let's assume the name of the user is John. And here I'm giving it h3 tag, and here I'm showing a message, hello. Now what I need to show is I need to show hello John. Okay, so we have to use this variable here. So in Razor, what we can do is we can just start with @, then provide the variable name, username. So now let's run this application. So it should show hello John. Yes, here it is showing. Okay, fine. Now I'm creating one function, private, a method, string display, or not display, get user name. Okay, and here I'm returning the username value. So now if you need to use this method, what we can do is we can just provide it like this, get username. Now let me run the application. So for a change, what I'm doing is username plus, to understand it is working like this. I'm adding Thomas along with this username in this method, but in the variable, it is only John. So now let's see whether it is showing hello John Thomas. And you can see that it is showing clearly hello John Thomas. So this is how we can use the @ sign in a razor page. So the @ sign means we are starting a C# expression after this @ sign. Okay, now after this, we can just give the normal HTML things like welcome to our application, and okay, and I'm doing one thing. I'm making this application as application bold, so we can provide those things here. And now I'm running it. Yeah, see, now this is a single line. So in this, John Thomas is actually fetched from that method, and after that, it is showing the rest of the things in the HTML component or from the HTML. Okay, now let me stop the application. Okay, so this is how you can use a variable. Now, let me show you some more things here. Now, for example, I need to show another value, or let it be a p tag. So I need to show the sum of two values, or sum of some 2 plus 3 or something. Okay, so I'm just showing it like this, sum equal to. So now you might be thinking, instead of what we can do is, one option is we can use a method here, get sum. Okay, so now return 2 plus 2. And here what I'm doing is get sum. This is one option. Okay, but here I am going to show you explicit expression. So how we can, yes, now you can see the sum is showing as 4. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Fine. Now here what I'm going to do is I need to mention it explicitly. So what I'm going to do is, one option is, okay, you might be thinking we can provide it like this, but this won't work. So @ sign means we are going to start a C# expression, but this thing won't work. Now explicit C# expression means we can start with a @ sign, and we can open a parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we can give 2 plus 2 and close it. Now this will work. I will show you. Again, it is showing sum equal to, sum is 4. But if I am giving without this parenthesis, it will not show. It will throw an error, I think. Yes, it will show here that there is an error. Okay, so this won't work actually. So for explicit expression, we have to start with that @ sign and open parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we can give the C# expression. Okay, so this is the one thing what I need to explain. Now another thing is a button click. So I'll do one thing. I'm creating a button here. Okay. Now, okay, I'm creating a new method, private void change name. Okay. Now here what I'm doing is I'm assigning username equal to Peter. Okay. And here now, instead of this method, I'm just using this variable. Okay. So first, the value for this username will be John. And once we click this button, I need to call this method. So for that, what we can do is at onClick equals change. We can provide the method name, change name. We have to call this method. So I have provided it, change name. Now let me run the application. Oh, sorry, there is no, the button is not visible. So inside the button, we have to, we have to show some text, change name. Okay, now let me run it. So now our application is working, it is running. So you can see, hello, John, welcome to our application. And this is the button for change name. Now, once I click this button, I will show you how interactive is Blazor. Actually, in the normal web application or a normal ASP.NET application, if we click a button and we assign some value to a variable, nothing will happen. But here, now you know that we are showing this name from that variable. We have given @sign username here. So whatever value in that variable, it will get displayed here. So once I change the value, immediately it will change the value here. So you can see now I'm going to click it. So now I clicked it and immediately the name got changed. This is what I need to show you how interactive Blazor is. So hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up for this video. So we are going more in detail about Blazor in our upcoming sessions. Okay, so Blazor is a very, very interactive web application, and we are having many things to discuss about Blazor. So next thing what I need to show you is how to provide this onClick event explicitly. Instead of calling this method, we can provide this onClick event explicitly. So let me show you how we can do that. First, I'm starting with an @sign and opening the parenthesis. Now, again, we can we can open and close parenthesis, then such that this should be a lambda expression. And inside this lambda expression, I'm giving the same things. Username is equal to Peter. Fine. Now this change name method is not getting called here, but still it works. Why? Because this is how we can provide the onClick event explicitly. So let's see how it works. I'm running the application now to test it. The application is loading. Clicking on change name, and you can see immediately the name got changed. So this is explicit declaration, click event or event declaration. Okay. Now the next thing what we are going to see is how we can implement the conditions like if condition and loops, for loops and all. So first let us check if conditions. So here I'm creating one more variable, private int user type, or not user type, something like, okay, test num is equal to 1. Okay, and here we can start with an @sign, and I'm providing here if providing the if condition here. If test num is equal to 1, then here we are showing one p tag, num is 1, else p tag again, then num is not 1. Now let's see this. So now here we have declared num as the test num variable, we have initiated the value. So we have provided the value here. It is 1 here. Now I'm running the application. So now it should show num is 1. The application is getting compiled. Yeah, it is running now. And you can see now it is showing num is 1. Now I'm stopping the application and I'm doing one thing. I'm changing the value to some 10. Okay, and running the application again. And now you can see num is not 1. So this is how we can implement if conditions in Razor page. Now the next thing what we are going to do is implementing for loops. So for that, I'm doing one thing. I'm creating a for loop here for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay. And inside that, I'm creating a p tag. And here I'm showing value of I is at the rate, sorry, yeah. Here we have to provide what I'm going to show, what I'm going to display is the value of I. So at I, now let me run the application. And you can see value of I is equal to 0, value of I 1 till 9. So the for loops are working. Okay. Now let me discuss one more event here. We can override one event on initialized. So on initialized is an event which will get executed once the Razor page is loaded. Okay. So here what I'm doing is I'm creating a private list of string and I'm naming it as names. Okay, fine. And in on initialized, I'm assigning some values or some strings to this list. So is equal to new list, okay, of string. Now the first is value 0, 1, and here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now instead of this for loop, I'm using for each var name in or name in names. Okay, then we are using a p tag, and here I'm showing at name the current value of name. Now let me run this. And here you can see now it has printed, or it has the for each loop has worked, and there are several p tags, value 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, and so on. Okay, so this is how we can implement if conditions and for loop methods in our Blazor Razor file. So now we are going to see about markup string. So markup string means if we need to display HTML contents from a variable. So I will show you, then you will understand. Now, for example, here value 1, I need to display it in bold. So I have given the B tag. So here in the string itself, I'm giving the HTML tags, and the value 4 should be italics. Okay. file. So now what we have to do is we have to, instead of giving it like this, I need to mention it explicitly. Okay, and here I have to provide markup string, then name. Okay, now let's run this. And now you can see the value 1 is in bold and your value 4 is in italics. So this is how we can use markup string to, this is how we can display markup string in Blazor. So in this video, we have covered some basics of Blazor development. So we have covered implementing C# and HTML code in the same Blazor file, then routing functionality, then declaring variables, methods, etc. within the Blazor file and using those in HTML, then using loops and conditions within Blazor file, usage of markup string to dynamically render HTML in Blazor files. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we will be discussing more things in detail, some more advanced methods or some more advanced concepts in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned and hope you liked this video. Please like and share the video. So see you in the next video. Thank you all.